Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we're going to review a fragrance from the house of Pharrell Williams. Yes, Pharrell the singer. This is actually going to be a celebrity scent. We're going to review Girl, which is, I believe, titled after one of his albums. Girl by Pharrell Williams is what we're going to review today. Now this fragrance came with a little bit of buzz, a little bit more so than most celebrity scents that are actually out there. And one of the main reasons that this kind of garnered most of his attention was because of the fact that he actually went to Comme des Garçons, a fragrance house that I haven't reviewed just yet, but he went to Comme des Garçons and actually did, procured him for most of the design, or actually the design of this actual scent. So that's why this has kind of gotten a little bit more play, because people figured, hey, this is actually going to be Comme des Garçons behind this actual scent, so I think this is actually going to be a better celebrity scent that's actually out there. And that's actually the thought process that I actually had. So when I initially heard of this scent, which was actually released in 2014, pretty recently, it was a boon to me. I thought, hey, this actually might be pretty interesting. I like Pharrell. I like Pharrell. I like Comme des Garçons from what I've smelled so far. So why won't this actually be such a good release? That's what I figured when going into it. First thing that struck me initially was actually the price point for this. You can only buy it in one size, which is 3.4, and you can buy it for $135. You can find it in a lot of places, so, search around. You can even find it at Sephora. So do a little looking. With that, let's go ahead and get right into the scent of this scent. The notes of this scent. The notes consist of, at our top, we have neroli, lavender, and white pepper. For our mid, we have iris, violet, and styrax. And for our base, we have vetiver, sandalwood, cedar, and patchouli. Now, when I saw those notes, I saw the notes before I smelled, I thought instantly, hey, this is going to be something that I like. Now, I also read the description of what Pharrell was trying to actually come across and do with this scent. And he mentioned that he liked Polo when he was younger. He switched to Fahrenheit. He liked that a lot. Not many people at the time liked Fahrenheit around, when he was growing up, where in his situation. So he liked it because it was different and it was a different type of smell. So he wanted to create something that was a little bit different on that side. I gotta say, mission accomplished. This is definitely a scent that's not along the lines of anything else that I've smelled. The closest scent that I can possibly think of would be it's really tough. It's a mix between maybe a Narciso Rodriguez, or maybe, it actually kind of reminds me of Polo a little bit, but those are the closest scents that I can kind of think of that remind me of this. But initially when you spray this scent, man, you get a grassy vetiver. You get a grassy, peppery vetiver at that just comes off as grass and pepper that's kind of thrown together, which threw me for a loop. Now, if you've heard me with some other reviews, you'll know that if it's a really powerful pepper scent, then I'm probably not going to like it. And that's immediately where this scent kind of went through. The pepper is so much that it makes me nauseous and gives me a headache a little bit. But after that kind of goes through its phase, you get a little bit more of the lavender in the scent and styrax. And that's another thing that I actually don't like, is the styrax. So right off the bat, I'm not liking this scent as it's developing and it's on my skin a little bit. Talking about a peppery grass that turns into this, styraxy flower type of a scent. And the bottom notes or the base notes really don't help things at all. They've got the vetiver, sandalwood, cedar, and patchouli. Normally notes that I love, but I really don't get it. What I do get is a powdery type of a scent. So describing it, I'm going to get a peppery, grassy, powdery type of a scent with this weird floral note. The scent just comes off to me as weird. It's definitely a unique scent. You're not going to smell like anyone else. They accomplish that perfectly fine, but it's just too weird on my skin. And it doesn't really get any better no matter how much I've actually tried it. The saving grace for this, which goes on to the actual strength of the fragrance, is that it only lasts about 4 hours on my skin. So it's not a fragrance that lasts a good amount of time, and it quickly becomes a skin powdery scent. Sillage-wise and projection-wise, it's going to come to about here on your, it's going to come to about like here. So it's going to be more of a personal area-based scent, and it doesn't really leave a good sillage trail. Age group-wise, I have a hard time with this one. I just say any age group can actually wear this one off, just because I have such a hard time pinning down who I think can actually wear it. But I'm maybe a little bit inclined towards the older gentleman for this actual scent. Now, it does have a unisex vibe to it. So on the bottle, it actually says for men or for women. I wholeheartedly agree with that. It's definitely like that, and yeah, it comes across with those attributes. Now, spray-wise, I only go about 2 sprays. 2 sprays of this is enough. It's just not my type of a scent, so I may be a little bit biased on that. If you have a little bit more success, feel free. It's a casual scent. I think you can actually wear it to work for those purposes. But, you know, casual and work, and I think it is a good year-round scent that you can actually wear at almost any time during the year. It may get a little bit too stuffy, though, in the summer or the really hot months, so be careful of that and give it a try. See how it actually goes on your skin. Now, for compliments-wise, surprisingly, I actually did get a compliment on this, and the main compliment was what it goes to the core of this fragrance, is that it's a different fragrance, and that was, you smell different, basically. It was more of a positive, you smell different, not a negative, you smell different. So that is one positive note for Girl. Now, if we're going to actually go into the rating of this scent, I am going to rate this scent a 5 out of 10. I give it a 5 out of 10. It's just too strange for me. The thing that's actually keeping it up and not putting it at like 2 or those bottom things are the fact that this is actually really well blended. It actually is a positive scent, and I think if you like the scent, this might be a good scent for you. I know I'm being Captain Obvious over here, but I think it's worth a try at least to see what the smell actually comes off as. It's disappointing in that mix. It's not disappointing because it's a typical celebrity scent. I don't want that to give that impression at all, because it's not. It's disappointing because I just don't like this scent. Not necessarily because they've gone the cheap route or anything like that. Far from it. I think that they put a lot of effort into this actual scent. It's just not a scent for me. If you're looking for a unique scent, if you're looking for a grass-based scent, if you're looking for a heavy pepper-based scent, take a look in this direction. However, if on the other hand, it's just too weird on that for me. I don't think it has lasting power. I think it's really not a wearable scent. It's not an everyday scent. It kind of has a little bit of a chameleon type effect. It can vary from one day to the next, and for that, I just can't give it my stamp of approval. All right? So let me know what your thoughts are on Girl by Pharrell Williams. Keep saying his name wrong, but either way, let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.